Welcome to another episode, everyone. And this is the time that Big Meech got into it with the DC Blacks in federal prison over a basketball game. And these individuals went to war. This is Terrence Gangster Williams, who was there in federal prison with Big Meech. In fact, they allegedly had a fight, Big Meech and Terrence Gangster Williams. Supposedly, Big Meech beat this individual up. Terrence Gangster Williams denies that they ever had a fight, but that he knows Big Meech from right there on the prison yard. Let's see what he says about this altercation that Big Meech and his crew had with the DC Blacks.
And you said
this is Camp Capone News. Shout out to my guy, Camp Capone.
25 guys would be around him all the time?
Yeah, and let me tell you what was shocking with these guys. Some of these guys were leaders, were dudes from other cars and cliques, and they started getting BMF, EIN Entertainment on their neck, on their left side of their neck.
What?
Representing that BMF clique, man.
What?
That's what blew me. Yes.
And you guys met up and talked?
That's weird. So these dudes, they must not have been gang members. They must not have been affiliated with anything or anywhere else. If you get BMF tatted on you, it's not a gang. They got they had their own little organization or whatever. But I mean, you're not a millionaire. You're not over there selling drugs with them. I mean, what are you talking about? What are you doing? What are you getting BMF tattooed on your neck for? You crazy as hell.
Yeah, we used to hang out all the time. Not all the time, but we would hang out. We would go to, because he had so many people around him. But like, if you be like, Meech, come on, take a picture. I'm out there. He gonna do his little weights, get toned up. He in a picture. He in them pictures, man. He loved to drink that wine, that hooch. Well, when I was there, I don't know if he's doing it now. But if you cooking food in the unit, he gonna buy all the food. If you're making wine, hooch, whatever you want to call it, he gonna buy all that, get in the cell, drink, and just talk streets.
You know, what was your guys' conversations like?
The streets, women, like, I used to get around. I say, man, Big Meech, it's over with for you, man. I'm girl. What? I still got all my girls in check. And the dudes that like to laugh, but man, he was a humble dude. But people just to love, like Big Meech and this other guy, Convertible Bert. I was the only one that could get them riled up and so they could brag, because they didn't really brag and kick it with certain guys. So all the other guys would be around them, but then man, it's over with. Boy, you been knocked up now. Them girls gonna forget about y'all. And what? You don't know what you talking about. You know, get them riled up. Man, I got girls come and visit me and this. It's like, all right. I said, eventually they're gonna run all that stuff about the wet down, man. It happened to all of us, man. Not to me, I'm Big Meech, and you know, but it was all out of fun, though.
Well, I guess there was a time when he got in a fight, or they were gonna get in a fight?
They had a fight.
They had a fight.
Yes. It's a guy from New York was running with the Big Meech car. All right, we got an indoors basketball gym and we got outside the blacktop basketball. So a guy, an old head from DC was like, I got next on the basketball on the outside, the blacktop. The BMF guy said, no, I got next. I had called next. No, I called. What you want to do? So this other old head, about 50 years old, swang off on him, hit him.
About 50 years old, swing on. So they started fighting over a basketball game. They in federal prison. 50 years old, grown-ass men, they out there thinking they Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal. They squabbling up over the basketball game. Okay, so they just took off. But Terrence Gangster Williams here, of course, as many of you may know, gave information on 40 different murders. But that's what he said, that it was 40 murders or so. Or what have you. He's on the main line? He was there in federal prison on the main line? Is that before this stuff came out? I think he said this was about 2011. So okay, maybe this is before that happened. Before he ended up telling and all that.
BMF deep out. They said, let's go in the gym. They go in the gym, so they just get to fighting in the gym. Like it's either 3 or 5 DC guys at a time. So they call a move. I come out. And I see everybody with these serious look on their face, rushing back to the door. I'm like, what's going on? Man, Big Meech them just got into a fight with the DC. We're going back out on the next move. I'm like, oh, man. So I go in the unit.
How does this stuff? I don't know the politics in the federal prisons or in these prisons out of state, because people be saying basically the factions, the cars, the gangs are different states. The Indiana car stay together. The New York car, if you're from New York, you hang out with the dudes from New York. If you're from Indiana, you hang out with the dudes from Indiana. If you're from Atlanta, you hang out with the dudes from Atlanta, and that's your gang, that's your car. I'm trying to figure out how Big Meech hit the federal prison system and got his own car. I guess he's from Atlanta or whatever, so I guess maybe he was riding with the Atlanta car, wherever he's from. But he's making it seem like Big Meech came and like started his own gang there, like got his own car. People getting tattoos on their necks. He said BMF Entertainment and all of that. Man, y'all done lost y'all mind. Was y'all in there braiding his hair too?
So one of my Muslim brothers, he took his mattress off and he's digging in the mattress because he's from Philly. So, he rocking with the DC old heads and all that. So he going in his mattress, look, man, what are you doing? He said, man, nah, Dirk got to handle this. He the cuz of all this here. So he the one got to stab to do it. I'm like, whoa. So I got my 2 knives on me. I had plexiglass.
No.
Meech was next door to me.
You got 2 knives.
Come out. It's me, Meech, and it's the guy who started it.
He got 2 knives.
Walking up the walk to go to the rec yard.
Edward Scissorhands. He got 2 of them. Let him tell you, he got 2 knives. He's a big old killer. Bro.
Ain't gonna lie, man. So many people came together from that south for Meech. But the only problem was, it was like 20 old heads from DC. These old heads was about pushing that knife, ready to go. These youngsters think they going to gang fight. So I said, Meech. I said, it's not about to be no gang fight. Now, these old heads is coming from the penitentiary. They slinging this knife. He said, yeah, I know, but I got to go out there. So as we walk in the lieutenant, he stopped me and Meech. He said, what's your name? He told me first. I said, Williams. Let me see your ID. Show my ID. He said, what's your name? He said, Flannery. He said, put your hand by your back. He said, you go back to your good. Because I got the knife. I shot all back to the I was happy. They locked Big Meech up. Then they said they was gonna let him back out. But somebody got drunk in the next unit and it was 2 BMF and one dude got through over the second floor. And it was like 2 from BMF and 2 from Florida gotta come to the hole. We're gonna let Meech out. But when that second fight happened, everybody locked down. They shipped Meech out. They shipped Big Fry, who was second in command under Big Meech. Shipped both of them. They shipped them 2 out to Atlanta, and I ain't never seen Meech after that.
Okay, I believe Big Meech has a bit of a different story, but again, that's Terrence Gangster Williams, Birdman's brother. And they were locked up together, but Big Meech has a bit of a different story as to how they met and what happened when they met up. Again, allegedly, the story goes that Big Meech beat him up. People had him on the thumbnail with black eyes and all this when they were telling the story. He had talked about that, but he says that this never happened. I'll get into that at some point. But there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Shout out to Cam Capone News. Big Meech and his boys got into it with some DC blacks over a basketball game. They squabbled up in the gym. Apparently, supposedly, Terrence Gangster Williams here hollered at Big Meech and told him, hey, man, these dudes about to start stabbing. They're not playing about no fighting your home. Your crew ready to just squabble up. These some old heads, some OGs from other penitentiaries or what have you, old schools. They about to pull out these puncture wounds on y'all. And then somebody must have told her something because Big Meech, the lieutenant pulls him over and ends up cuffing him up and taking them to the hole before the stuff can kick off, before it can kick all the way off, which, we're happy that it didn't kick off and that more brothers didn't get hurt in that situation instead of just a little squabble up in the gym. But the DC Blacks, what was Big Meech from? Where was he from in there? What was he claiming? What car? What gang? I know BMF, but is that a gang? What car was he running with? I'm confused on how that thing was working in the federal penitentiary from some of the stuff that he was saying here. Big Meech hits the yard and these dudes getting BMF Entertainment tattooed on them. What the hell? That's out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Big Meech, he took care of his business, though. That's all you can do. Stay safe and stay free, people.